Hi, Larika. I'm going to give you some feedback on your portfolio from weeks 4 to maybe week 7 or 8, depending where you're at. You've given yourself an A plus, and you've given an A plus rationalization. Let's just see what's happening here. You've managed to do the video, which is excellent, and you've got a nice summary here. I would say that you could maybe put a little more detail and sometimes the critical thinking and such and the learning, but uh, overall, excellent. In terms of the project, you spent a lot of time on this, so that's a good entry for sure. And I see why you're doing an A plus there. You're going to have to submit that project to me at some point. Um, and looks like you're getting there. And then you've got your reflection here, which is all I could ask for. In terms of, let's see, oh yeah, this reflection and then in-class reflection is all solid. So I would say you're right. That is definitely an A plus entry, A to A plus. If I guess suppose if there was a little more detail, but it's pretty solid. This week you're not giving yourself a specific grade. You've done the deep learning, which is great. And you may not be aware, even though you're not required to do this reflection, you're required to do some sort of reflection, which is missing. And then there's a missing entry here. Oops. Um, I just put that there. And then you've got your in-class contributions, which are reasonably solid. You got your camera on. Yeah, that's good. So I'd say that's more like a maybe a B plus week because I don't see anything going on in the project and there was no reflection for the Gen A activity. For week 6, you have the activity, which is perfect. I'm glad you have that. And you looked at Conmigo, which is good. But I'm going to just put you're missing reflection. You got to do some sort of reflection. Like, what did you learn? It doesn't have to be with this prompt, but there has to be some reflection there. It's missing here, and I'm just wondering why that is. There's no so there might be an explanation. I'm not sure. And you did not plan, and that's the emergency. Those happen. But you need to go to the top of the lesson, watch the video, and complete the assigned task. So there is that. So again, that kind of and you're hitting kind of a B level there. You do have this which is great. And those are innovative ideas, perfect. But reflections missing. Time spent. Any sort of some basic sort of reflection of what you learned there. I've got your in class, which is fine. All that's solid. And then I guess you really haven't finished up to week 8. So I would say at this point you were hitting an A plus and a kind of a peak, and you kind of sort of come down a little bit because I'm not sure what's happening with that personal project. Yeah, I just checked that you haven't submitted anything. So anyway, I'd say you're at kind of somewhere that sort of B plus to A minus area kind of thing. You know, it's uneven, right? There's areas missing near the end, but overall, it's pretty well done.